Yes, sir.
Yes, crew.
Yes, okay, let's go.
Yes, I.
Yes, I. Welcome to episode.
Oh,
yeah.
Welcome to episode 3 of Flares. Here we are at it again. I'm your boy Rams. Right there, we've got Jordan and we've got Jack. And this time we're joined by Kaylee. Can all their ats, follow them all. And whilst you're doing that, make sure you like and subscribe this video. Follow me too. Don't be tight. Anyway, so we've got a few topics to talk about. Released Kaylee Hall's live at the Salvage House. So make sure you go watch that. Kaylee, we've left uncut. So all the banter, all the jokes, all the goofs, all the gaffs, they're all in there.
God.
All the foreskin. It's all in there. Completely uncircumcised. You'll love it. We've got a few topics to talk about today. Should we tease them like we always do? So, of course, like every week, we're going to talk about Dave's Aquarium. We're going to talk about Beatherder and how they've cut some of the venues out. We're going to talk about maybe some of our lives, what we've been up to, what we've not been up to. If you missed episode 2, it was a super short one that we did just to say that we are back. We are doing constant content every week. It should have come out on Monday, but we've got lots of content coming out. So we should have had Miranda's come out last Friday. We should have Tallest Guys in the Room come out on Monday. Kaylee's is out today. We've got Nat Griff's out on Friday. And then we've got a big gig in Darwin in the basement with Boy Toy, The Cases, Faint, and Tallest Guys. Make sure you come down. Free entry. Starts from 6. Don't be late. Don't be a loser. Come out of the house. Let's see you there. So, anyway, on that one, shall we dive into our first topic? What topic's that going to be? It's going to be Beatherder. Jordan, do you want to tell us about it? What's happening at Beatherder?
Beatherder is on this year. He was last year, wasn't it? It was the first one last year after COVID, I think. I might be wrong.
It was.
I think so, yeah.
And yeah, they've put well, as we know, with the cost of living and everything going on in the economy, a lot of festivals have had to cancel, they've had to downsize, and now Beatherder has been also affected by that. So they are running a festival this year, but it's a lower capacity than usual, probably like it used to be at the beginning. And there's a lot of venues been given the chop, so they've had to really rein it in a lot. I mean, I did want to go this year, but I don't think I'm going to make it now. But it's a shame that's happening. A lot of people selling tickets. Yeah, it's good that it's still going ahead. I would have hated to see it cancel. It's like Soulfest had the thing a few years ago, didn't they? I think Soulfest had a similar thing. I think I was told that they cut the main stage for a couple of years and then brought it back when they were doing a bit better. But it just made me think as well, like, even if they do cut it this year, Beatherder, what's to say it won't happen again next year? With the way things are going, nothing seems to ever get cheaper or whatever. Mm. Everything just seems to be going up, doesn't it? So
the things they've cut, they've cut a few of the stages. They've cut a lot of Beyond, so that Beyond section. So like, I work quite close with Demented Disco, who ran the Illustrious Society. Mm. That's been completely axed.
Yeah.
I know Perfume Garden's gone.
Yeah.
What's it called? Is it Stumblefunk?
I think Fortress is moving as well.
Fortress is moving. Fortress is getting moved to where Trash Manor
is.
Controversial one that's been cut, that and Perfume Garden. But I believe Fortress is getting put where Trash Manor is. That might be true. I don't know.
What about Factory? Do we know about that one?
I don't know what's happened with Factory.
No.
I can't remember. I know some Suck It and Spin used to play it every year, and they're not been asked this year. So I was going to try and get a free ticket by DJing with Suck It and Spin.
Yeah.
But that's not happened, sadly. And of course, because I'm a massive prima donna, I go to a festival unless I get given tickets for it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I've become a bit like that now myself. I used to buy them all the time, but
I can't go to festivals and camp in like the normal camping.
Oh, I do.
No, artist camping is just the best one.
Yeah, the thing is, once you've done it, you can't go back, can you? Like, it's like a different experience.
Well, yeah.
And back when they had the pool, they didn't have the pool last year. That was a massive
No.
Yeah, I've heard about the secret pool. I've never been to
Beatherder. So we found it and we went every day because it was basically a free shower.
Yeah, everyone's pissing it.
No, it's mate. It fucking when you get they make you shower. So this is spoilers. The secret pool might never return. But anyway, I'm not going to tell you where it was, so you have to find that out. But when you walk down this corridor and then there's got changing rooms, you got changed into they won't let you in unless you have a towel and like some sort of swimming attire. So anyway, you go into this like wood changing rooms, you swap into that, and then you go into a shower and they make you shower one by one before you get in the pool. And then basically you just jump in the pool. It's a full-sized like Olympic swimming pool. It's fucking huge. It's weird that it was just there hidden.
I've heard rumours that it's through a washing machine.
It's not through a washing machine, no.
There is something through a washing machine. I can't remember.
No, that is a bar in Manchester called the Washroom.
Yeah.
There was one a few years ago. They were like a wooden shack, and I've only ever seen it once. And you had to go under this tube and get in, and it was the coolest venue. Then they got rid of it after that. I've never seen it again. Sometimes I even wonder if it was real at all. But
sometimes I wonder if I'm real.
Well, yeah, me too.
Anyway, so
On that note,
I believe though
exist.
they've combined Trash Manor
Simulation
and
ends.
Hotel California, haven't they?
Have they?
Into Hotel Trash, haven't they?
God damn.
So that's been combined. I don't know what else. You'll have to see, but I think it is Beatherder weekend. By the time this comes out, it is about
It's getting there, isn't
it's
it?
the day before, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's the week before Landed and Seek Out.
It will be good.
Yeah.
For those who are going, it's still going to be a good time, unless it, well, even if it rains, but
No, fucking really wet
it's
last
shit
year.
when it rains.
Well, I think as well, sometimes like I like the smaller festivals.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm doing Seek Out this year over at Gisborne Forest, and that is only like 200-300 people. By the end of it, you know everyone.
It looks good.
Yeah, it's beautiful, and it's like in the middle of like a ancient pine forest. You can just go off walking for miles. It's stunning. But I think the thing is, like when we did Soulfest and stuff like that, it was a wicked festival. It doesn't have the same community.
Yeah.
Whereas the smaller ones, like you end up by the end of it, you know everyone, and you
yeah.
end up with a festival family, don't you? So I do think with it downsizing, they're probably going to gain a lot more of that community. But I
Yeah.
do feel for the artists that have been dropped. So
Yeah.
I know quite a lot of people that had been booked for it, had it in the diaries all year and was like, yes, we'll sort it out and everything. And then got told a couple months ago, I'm really sorry, we can't. Would like the stage that you're playing at isn't happening. So I know a few of them instead have just bought tickets and they're going.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you've got to bear in mind as well, like as an artist, your festivals are sort of the highlight of the year, innit? So
That's
it's like
insane,
if
yeah.
you're not playing that festival, you're not. It's essentially a free holiday, isn't it? Really,
Yeah,
because you
well,
get a free ticket.
yeah.
You might get a bit of money if you're lucky. You know, have a nice time, but you and your mates can go for free and have a laugh basically. And a lot of them haven't been able to do that, and then haven't been able to afford a ticket.
Yeah.
So I know when I looked, like, because I did consider going, I think they were about 200 quid a ticket. You
They
know?
haven't dropped the price on it.
No, and I thought, like, I get it because obviously there is a financial climate, but I mean, I'm going Amsterdam in October and all in for 5 days, that's cost me 400 quid. So I could have a full weekend in Amsterdam for 200 quid if you're
Yeah.
clever about it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
like, it's like, oh, is it sort of worth it? I know it depends, doesn't it? I think if you are seeing like loads of artists, I mean, I'm not being funny, Taylor Swift's tickets are like 300-400 quid. So it's not bad really, you get all them artists, but
Yeah, it's a good headliners this year, I must admit. Left Field and Orbital.
You do
so
get
that's
to
up
see
my street.
Paramore when you see
Orbital
Taylor Swift.
playing.
Though.
Oh,
Do what?
I might go
See
now.
Paramore when you see Taylor
Really?
Swift. Yeah, on the Eras tour, it was Paramore was the opener for it.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, yeah.
worth it. That.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd
That's
go just
really
see
worth it.
Paramore to be
I've seen a
fair.
lot of stuff on TikTok. It's like, who are these openers for Taylor Swift? The shit. It's like a bunch of
God damn.
new fans to Taylor Swift who are obviously quite. They
Gen
must
Y.
be a bit young.
Gen Yers.
And all like the people that have our sort of age, like between like sort of 26 and 30, like
Are there-
it's Paramore.
With their turn up going, oh, it's Paramore.
Exactly.
With their walking sticks.
With the Zimmer frames.
Yeah.
Not
Zimmer
bad
frames,
backs,
dropping
but-
dead at each gig. Thinking it up. Yeah. So why do you think? So now that Beatherder have cut all this stuff, what do you think is the next thing that they should do? What should be the plan moving forward with Beatherder now?
Obviously, just if they
Bring the stages back.
yeah, well, bit by bit every year. I know it's a long term
It
thing. It's
baffles
not
me.
ideal.
So,
But
like the Illustrious Society, like it was a very cheap stage when you look at it because they gave them like a bunch of free, like I think it was like 30 free wristbands. So that covered most of your artists pretty much, and maybe a +1 if you were lucky.
yeah.
And so
Right.
when you think about it, like the tickets technically are costing them, but unless they sell out, they're not really costing them anything. So, and then they had the casino that was the mobile casino that they used for Illustrious Society. Fuck knows how much they got that for. Probably fuck all. But it honestly, looking at that stage, it probably cost them maybe the best part of like maybe $2,000. Maybe that. And that's an entire stage for the weekend.
Which is 10 people. That's 10 tickets. Like, I think it's one of those, like, we like put events on and stuff like that, and we've done it as a CIC, so we get access to funding. But like, if you think for something like that, like there's Arts Council funding, there's lottery funding, things like that. Like, I think obviously it has been a bit last minute this year, hasn't it? Because of the ticket sales and stuff. But I know loads of festivals or like independent tents and stuff like that, little day festivals that are now going and relying on that support and saying, look, this is what we're putting on. And all you have to do really is have a wellbeing section. So if you can say, all right, well, we've got a meditation tent, we've got this, we've got that. These are all the additional stuff that we're doing for the community, or we're getting new artists on, encouraging young people and stuff. I mean, bloody hell, the money is there. Like, if it were me, that's the route that I would look into, is let's get funding to support it and grow it. and then you can keep the cost down in terms of tickets because, what do you know? Well, they've paid for that tent, they've paid for that.
But the problem is, it's think of the money. Where's the money, Lebowski?
Yeah. But it's like, have you heard of that Bloodfest that's happening? Where it's that Young Blood, right? And he's
yeah.
So he's turned around and said, well, festivals have got way too expensive. So he's doing a whole festival, and it's only like a one-off, like a one-dayer. But it's about 40, 50 quid for a ticket, and the lineup is immense. And he's like really addressed this and said, well, look at what your promoters and everything are making with your really big festivals and stuff like that, money coming out.
Isn't it through like one of the biggest festival holders in the country though?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm sure it is. It's like one of the biggest like people that just run festivals. It's like just through them.
Yeah.
And he's like paid like a couple grand to make tickets like a tenner cheaper than what they would normally be.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that thing is, when you're booking artists and stuff like that, it's like you're like 10% of what you're paying just goes straight to agents. Like,
yeah.
And then they get astronomical with you get what's called plus. So like plus is like all travel costs. Then you got plus, which is hotel and travel, and triple plus, which is like a rider as well. And so once all these costs are up, you're talking like 20% of the money you actually pay is going to like fucking agents and nonsense.
Yeah.
Half the time.
But you've got to think as well, that's for your big bands. Like, I don't know about you, but as an artist, the amount I've done Soulfest for free. I didn't get paid for Soulfest. I got a free ticket and a +1. I were happy with that.
That's what we got when we did it.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm happy with that, yeah.
A lot of your smaller thingies, and like with Beatherder, like a lot of the artists that I know that were supposed to play that now aren't, they weren't accepting payment. They were doing it on a ticket basis where, you can come and bring your mate. So this is the thing, like, I get that, like you've got Orbital, that's going to be a massive cost.
Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me if we're close to 6 figures with that.
Yeah. But ultimately, you've got so many artists up and coming. Like, I do teaching with young people, right, with music. Half of these would snap their hand off to go and play at a festival. So this is the thing, there's not a problem with getting the artists and stuff. I think the issue is literally getting people to come.
We're not even talking about we're talking literally just artists and the agents. Like, once you start getting like the stage, everything's a stage show now.
Yeah.
Once you start adding the lighting guys, the specific lighting guys, and then the specific
Sound
bits
crew.
of gear, and having to hire like all this gear, because most of the time these guys don't just own this gear. They're like bringing like the renting stuff, and that's a couple of more extra grand. You know, once you factor all that in, the costs are astronomical. Yeah. Especially in these days where I know most rental companies are putting up the prices and everything because there's not enough gigs, there's not enough events. Events are just dropping.
People aren't going out like they used to, though, are they? Like, even on Wednesday, I do an open mic over in Rottenstall, and obviously the football were on, and I expected it to be heaving. It were dead. It was so quiet. Yeah, it was like... Yeah. But even before that, you'd think that everybody would go out, have a couple of pre-drinks, say hello to the mates. It was absolutely dead.
No, people came straight out, watched the footy, and straight back home.
Yeah.
The only people I knew that got... I know a few people that got leathered for it. They all went back to someone's house. All of them just went to someone's house and got leathered for it. They didn't stay out. But I think that's...
I work in a bar that shows it...
Weatherspoons.
Very, very... Shut the fuck up. I
Weatherspoons, Darwin.
That shows it, but only on a tiny TV. It was absolutely heaving. And then... 3 hours dead, absolutely heaving again afterwards.
Well,
not fun.
Moving on, weren't we going to do a topic about Weatherspoons?
No.
What was it? What was the start?
Weatherspoons
the perks,
culture,
tips and tricks,
and having a pint with breakfast.
No, this is something I said. So this might be us all being musicians and like genuine wreckheads.
Oh, the culture.
But when you have breakfast at Weatherspoons, you've got to have a pint with it or an alcoholic beverage. No, it's always a pint, isn't it?
Then again,
underrated, a pint of hooch.
God damn.
A pint of hooch with a boiled
bastard.
breakfast. Underrated.
I did a Guinness week the other week. I got the large breakfast with extra hash browns and a Guinness.
Well, I think as well, it depends on the time. Like, I've done it before where I've gone early in, like, actually morning to get a brekkie, and I make the most out with a free tea and coffee just to wake me up. Well, I'll have like 6 of them fuckers. Do you know what I mean? I'm getting my money's worth. But I think if you go in any time from, say, 11...
Oh, I was in at 9:30 on a Guinness.
Yeah,
it wasn't my proudest moment. It was a Sunday. I was
but if you're rough, it doesn't count. So this is no, it doesn't. Like, so this is the thing. If you're rough and then you go and have a pint in the morning, that pint isn't a pint. that is a top up to stop you feeling rough.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't count. Like if you'd been like at work all week, say you've got your boring and you've got like a boring office job and you sit there at your computer and then you decide that on Saturday morning you're going to get up and go to Wetherspoons and just drink a beer with your breakfast. That's a bit weird, that.
Yeah.
If you've been pissed the night before, completely acceptable.
Yeah.
No, I've done both.
God damn.
Like, it's just that beer,
Unacceptable,
delicious
Ramsay.
beer with that large breakfast, man. Which reminds me, the first tip for Wetherspoons is bring your own mugs because you're unlikely to get stopped.
No, don't do that.
I know people who do it.
And they get kicked out.
Is it based on how good the mug is, like whether they get kicked out or
Now
not?
the secret is to steal your mug from the last time you went to Spoon, so you've got a Spoon's
Oh,
mug.
that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't just turn up there with like a fucking Simpsons mug and just
No.
put it
If
under
you
and
turn
shove
up
it.
with a
Shit.
mug that says "World's Best Dad" and you try and pour yourself a fucking latte, what's happening, pal?
Imagine like a Sports Direct mug, you know, all
was
those
gonna say
massive bad
Spider Big
boys, like
You don't mind
like 5 coffees in it, like they're shaking afterwards. Oh, Jesus.
The machine's empty.
But comment in the any of these comment sections. What do you drink with your large breakfast from Wetherspoons? And,
What are your Wetherspoons tips and tricks?
Yeah, and maybe we'll
Yeah.
film one of these in Wetherspoons. Can we get permission for one of these?
Absolutely not.
No, we'll sit there and we'll do a
Maybe,
taster. We'll do a
maybe.
taster. You know, like an influencer thing. Like, hey guys, we're back in again. It's your guy Rams back here with Kaylee and Jordan, our man Jack. We're reviewing large breakfast. What are we saying? Mate, the fucking ramen on the menu. What's with that?
It bangs.
It doesn't.
It's like the pizza's banged as well.
It's not. No, it doesn't.
I've
it does.
never had a ramen or a pizza. Do you
The
know what? I have
pizzas
the
are alright.
same thing every time I go.
So, like, you, if you don't know, like, my thing is cooking Japanese food, and I fucking love ramen. Right? You're the fucking weeb. You're the one that fucking watches Naruto.
God damn.
Anyways, like, so when I saw ramen on the Spoons, we were there day one.
Did it trigger
Day
you?
one. We were there. No, it was like
Wanu.
Nani.
Could I say? That's got to be cut. Go on.
Anyway. So we went down day one to get this ramen. Honestly, it was thick like a Heinz soup.
With 2 C's.
Yeah, it was thick, man. It was
not.
It is thick.
not. You're
It
wrong.
is.
God damn.
I'm not. We were there. We went and had it. Well,
Gaslight him.
You're wrong.
well, then it's changed.
Shit.
But it was awful. I don't know where you're getting on with these pizzas.
And I've had 2. And I garlic bread. Good.
Ever.
They're not the
Total.
best. They're not the best, but they're all right. Tim Martin's like going to sue the fuck out of us as we speak.
No, he's just gonna write a thing in a magazine. A magazine's gonna come out about us.
Fuck Firelit.
Imagine.
My ramen is good.
I tell you what though, I will say this. I went to one of the Wetherspoons near me, probably a couple months back, right?
You don't have to keep it anonymous. You can count the name
Right,
out.
I was at Todmorden. It was dog shit, right?
Is it that fancy building one, the Golden Lion?
Yeah,
I remember
which is
going there.
weird, right? Because I've gone there so many times and it's usually absolutely banging. But I was like, right, so do you know how they've got like the small fish and chips and then the big fish and chips? I'm 5'1" to put this in perspective. I often can't finish that. So I thought, right, I'll get a small one. These motherfuckers, right? I would give 2 of them to a child. It was absolute. It did it. I've never seen a smaller meal. It was like I was in a dollhouse. It was like Thumbelina shit. You know what I mean? It was awful. And I looked at it. I looked so sad. The guy I went with at the time, he got like a burger and chips on the small. Same thing. It was literally like a kid's thing. And then I felt really disappointed that I didn't get the massive fish and chips. But I was like trying to finger, and I thought, well, I can't eat it. But oh yeah, it was shocking. I've never been back. I'm still fuming about it.
It is
How long
bougie
ago
at
was that?
Wetherspoons.
A couple months ago, and I know
Fuck
it's my
me.
fault for not ordering the big one.
Fish, they just cut the fish in half.
But it's not that there was like 6 chips, and then in the comparison in the plate, there was like so much space on the plate, and I thought,
There used to be a fucking group for this that would count the chips.
That was.
Oh, yeah.
I hated
oh,
that.
I'm in for that sort of pettiness, me.
No,
You know what fucking pisses me off is the Wetherspoons game on Facebook.
what's that?
What, were you order drinks to the
So
table?
yeah, it's this big Facebook group that everyone's in, and you put like your table number and what pub you're at. Picture of yourself.
Don't you just do that with your mates?
Yeah, but like they do it on like this big group, and then everyone just sends drinks. But like on this group, they don't tell you what they've sent. They just send you like a receipt number. So we'll come over, bring them the drinks. Like, oh, have you ordered this? And they're like, huh? But
Have I?
You've opted in for this game, mate. Just take the fucking bowl of peas and fuck off.
I'm not being funny, but that would make for an interesting podcast. Who's doing this at Wetherspoons
There's
playing that game?
1,000 TikToks that have already done it. Fucking hell.
God damn.
Yeah, but it won't be like ours, would it?
No, it
You know?
wasn't. It's not
Pint
ours.
with breakfast, 9 o'clock in the morning. You know.
Oh,
Oh, hello.
shit.
Wait, what's
Now
he
just
gonna
about
do? What's he gonna do now?
Oh.
We're making him nervous. Everyone shut up. Shh, shh, shh. If you're listening to this podcast, this fucking sucks for you.
We're watching a cat do some
Hey!
shit.
Hey!
There we go.
Oh,
All right. Anyways, make sure it's not. Everyone's getting seasick. So, next topic of conversation I've got. So, music videos. So, we've all made music videos. We've all looked into it. You're currently thinking about making one. Well, we're supposed to make one, aren't we?
If
What
we can.
platform is it on, though, Jordan?
YouTube.
No.
No, it's not.
Try again.
Your
Oh,
new platform,
Tell you a bit of that, don't you, lad?
no, what Jack's getting at, this is going to be on YouTube, but I am releasing a new EP on the 19th of July, and I've decided to make an OnlyFans account to put supplementary material out rather than use Patreon and things like that, because I want to reclaim OnlyFans from the sex workers. Yeah.
Fuck the sex
And
workers.
possibly show my bare ass on it. But no,
Oh.
you know, just playing guitar to a tune, like request a tune, I'll play guitar naked to it, I don't know. There's things you could do.
How much?
That's
How much do you want to pay?
How much you charging?
Depends what song. No, in all seriousness, yeah, it's going to be a free OnlyFans page with unreleased music and things like that, unreleased behind the scenes video shit maybe. No one's going to give a shit, but I thought it'd be a funny idea to do.
It is quite
A
funny,
bit of
to
a
be
novel
fair.
idea, so
Yeah.
It's also a really good excuse that if someone walks into you and you're on OnlyFans, you can say, no, it's just Jordan, it's just naught.
Yeah.
It's naught. I'm not looking at ladies.
And I can actually say to people, yeah, I've got an OnlyFans account.
Yeah.
I'm not, you know?
And then, to be fair, it's like the clickbait, and people will be like, oh,
That's it,
what's
yeah.
on there? Like, and then it go on, it's just you playing some sad songs.
Instead of the usual 3 viewers, I'll probably get about 6. So I'm
Yeah.
double my viewers there.
Yeah,
with it,
which
so-
that's a 50% increase, man.
So instead of the usual crying
100%
wanking,
increase.
it's just crying.
No, it's going to be double crying, double wanking.
Oh, sound.
Bit of guitar, then more wanking.
Cry wank.
Cry wank. And I keep seeing Dan from Cry Wank. He comes into the all the
Good
time.
bands.
I'm going to ask him to come on podcast
Hell yeah.
the next time I see him. He's a nice guy. Great sketch comedy series. Have you ever watched this comedy series?
I haven't.
He's got a comedy series. It's fucking well funny.
Is it him crying and wanking?
No.
Hopefully.
It's really dark. Really, really dark. But I can't remember. I honestly can't remember what it's called. I think Corey knows what it's. I'll ask Corey and we'll try and link it in the thing.
Rejected.
Shout out to Dan from Cry Rank. But anyways, yeah, so Jordan's OnlyFans. Did you I don't know if you want to talk about it, but your interesting idea for a music video for Swellers.
Well, we've recently written a song called Honey Sweet, which I'm super proud of, but it's absolute filth, frankly. Like, it's subtle filth, I'll say that, but you know, it's a bit like Led Zeppelin inspired. It's very like thingy. We've sorted it all out. And me and the girls are there chatting and everything. And we said, oh, well, why don't we do it as like a Bridgerton shoot? So we'll get all the dresses and everything. We'll be frolicking in a field. It'll be beautiful. And the girls were like, oh, well, what if we did just like one scene, just one clip, like a boom, subliminal imaging of us in like bondage gear? And I was like, well, like, I respect that, girls, and I'm all for like empowerment, but I don't think anybody wants to see me doing that. I'm not being funny. Like, I'm a bit too like northern for that shit. Knowing me, I'd be like, oh yeah. Do you know what I mean? I love. Can I have a part of unicorn?
Too good at the pause buttons nowadays.
Well, this is the thing, and I was like, I like but I did say, we were like, oh, well, we could do like all the Bridgerton gear, and then we're all covered in tattoos, like, and I said, oh, we could like lift up the tiny bit to show the ankle. Do you know what I mean?
then
That
he's got
sort of
our
shit I
hand.
can live for. Yeah.
Show a bit of
Like,
ankle.
But the song is actually brilliant. We just sort of sat down the other day and wrote it, and at the end of it, I was like, yeah. Like, do you know when you get a really good song where you think,
You know
yeah,
it's
I'm
good and-
pleased with
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And I think because it's a bit clever, you know what I mean? And but yeah, I don't think I'll be. I like the idea. You know, I wish I was confident enough to have a go. I don't think I am.
Jordan is.
Cut to it and it'd be like us 3 instead.
Well, we did say
Yeah,
this.
just do one frame. And it's
Apex
just Jordan.
twins.
Yeah.
That's even funnier.
That's what I mean. And I thought, well, women
In
have been
bondage gear.
sexualised for years, haven't we? Do you know, really? I mean,
I've
there's
been
loads of naked
over-sexualised for
ladies
years,
on
to be
telly.
fair.
It's a bit fucking boring, isn't it? Like, let's get a load of like normal blokes, dress them up in fucking
your bellies
thigh
out.
highs. Yeah.
Hairy as fuck.
Fucking boom. And
Dicks
we'll-
out for Harambe.
No, suggest it. Suggest it to the band. We'll
Wait.
do it. Us three.
Do it. We'll do it.
We'll
and
do it.
fire.
Dicks out for
I will
Harambe.
literally send them a voice
God,
note
how
now.
old are you? Get out of it. When was
That's like
Harambe?
2016.
No, it was like 2014, wasn't it? It was just over Coney 2012, wasn't it?
Oh, God.
Oh my days.
Yeah, now I'm showing my age.
I'm going to
here.
send a voice note to the girls.
I'm gorgeous, by the way.
I'm live on a podcast, girls. We've just discussed for our Honey Sweet music video, instead of having all of us in bondage gear, what if we got Ramsey and his lot, thigh-high
My lot.
boots? Do you know what I mean? We'll get all these lads and get them to do it instead. What do you reckon?
Tickle tackle on shore, the whole
I
lot.
really
Yeah.
hope they reply
Nipple
like, in the
tassels.
next 10 minutes.
We'll put them in ball gags. It'll be really funny.
Yeah. Dave's,
Hell yeah.
Dave's aquarium style.
Yeah, and on that bombshell, we've,
Yeah, on
we've,
that
actually,
note.
we've actually done about half an hour. That's a pretty sizable podcast. That.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we've got some stuff to plug. We've plugged. What else we got to plug? Your album release. Your
EP coming out,
release.
yeah. New Naughty EP coming out on the 19th of July.
Available on OnlyFans.
3 new tracks. OnlyFans with even more unreleased tracks.
OnlyFans.
Couple of videos as well coming.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff, yeah.
Yeah. We've got all of content. Keep your eyes peeled. We've got our big gig at Basement on Saturday. Make sure you come. It's free entry.
Very
Something for
exciting.
everyone. There's different genres all the way up and down. Make sure you get down and watch it. We've got all the content as well. You've got today. This should be out now. Kaylee's video, uncut, uncircumcised, whatever you want it to be. It's there, ready to roll on YouTube, not OnlyFans. And we've got
There's always
Miranda's that's
time.
already out. We've got Tallest Guy's out. We've got Nat Griff's out on Friday from the Rafters. His is out, and then we've got Jordan's coming out the week after. And that's all the Salvage House gigs. We did a few more filming. We filmed Doug and Corey, but there was something wrong with them, so we couldn't release them. But we'll see more of them soon, anyways. So don't worry about that. But we also be filming Saturday anyway, so make sure you come down, watch it, and get on the videos. If we've got time, we'll try and interview some people. We're up for interviewing some people.
Hell yeah.
What kind of questions should we ask them?
Do you
Have
have
you
an
ever been to Deep's
OnlyFans?
Aquarium?
Have you been to
Are you going
Dave's
to subscribe to Jordan's
Yeah,
OnlyFans?
yeah.
Ooh.
No, that's what we do. We get the QR code. I might have to ask Grant, can my mate put his OnlyFans up on the QR code for people to subscribe to?
Ask them if they're up for dressing up in some bondage gear for a music video for 3 women.
Do you drink a pint with breakfast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you a wreckhead like us? Who knows? What kind of questions do you want us to ask? Leave them in the comments below, and we'll get on that. But otherwise, we'll see you next time. So I'm Ramsey. There's Jordan. There's Kaylee.
Yeehaw.
There's Jack. Signing out. We'll see you next time. See you later.
guys.
Bye.